Hey guys, my name's Starchy Singh and welcome to my Rust Basic Survival Guide. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to utilise a few of the basic things required to survive in this open world environment. So first of all, just some of the controls: WASD to move, E to interact, mouse to look around, and left click for action. If you hit the tab button, you can open your inventory screen and you'll see you have literally nothing. There's no armor, there's no inventory at all, and you can craft a few items here on the right hand side. So what do we have? We have a rock which can be used to gather resources, a few bandages that will only stop bleeding and not heal you, and we have a torch that when used will make you stick out like a sore thumb. The first thing we'll need to do is gather resources. We can use the resources to make shelters, campfires, sleeping bags, and obviously make some sort of weapon. Now what I'm looking for is stacks of wood and rock piles. Also I'll be looking out for wild boar, as they're the easiest to kill at this stage in the game, and they'll provide meat for food and cloth for bows. There's a rock pile straight ahead there. I'm going to go and hack away at it with my rock. Rocks will give stone, sulphur and metal ore. Before setting up any sort of shelter, I would recommend getting at least 2 rock piles, 2 wood stacks, and killing at least 1 boar. This is what a wood stack usually looks like. You can see that as you hit it, it gives you 7 wood each time. It is better to get wood resource from stacks like these rather than from a tree, as it only gives you 1 wood at a time, and it can be a lengthier process. Now at this point in the game I would recommend making a stone hatchet. It's much better than just using a rock, so you can get rid of that and start using a hatchet. When you do craft, you do move around a bit slower, so that's something to bear in mind when you're being attacked by enemies. So once that's made, just hit tab to open the inventory screen, equip the hatchet to your belt. I'm going to put it in slot number 1, and I'm just going to hit 1 on the keyboard to have that in my hand. What I'm doing now, I'm just going to gather a few more resources just so I have enough to build a shelter, make a door and build a campfire. So once you have enough wood and stone, you just need some meat and cloth from a boar. Boars aren't fast and are easy to hack at, which is good at this stage in the game as you don't have a ranged weapon. Okay, so now as you can see, the sun is starting to set in the game. When it does get dark, it is really hard to see in the game. When starting off, I would recommend building a shelter that's hidden away from other people, from other people's houses. This would enable you to have a better sort of survival out here, especially if you're playing on your own. So try and pick somewhere that's hidden away, somewhere in between rock formations, and this would avoid it being broken into by other players on the server. Right, so now we're going to craft our first shelter. If we just hit the tab button and open up our little inventory screen again, we should go to our craft menu on the right hand side here and select the wood shelter and start crafting that. Remember that when you are crafting, you are slower, you can't move as fast, so again bear that in mind if you are getting attacked by any animals or any players on the map. So now that the wood shelter has been crafted, we just need a door to prevent people from entering it. Just open up the craft menu and craft a wooden door. Now if you equip the shelter to your belt and just place it down in your required location. Once the door is built, go ahead and attach it to the shelter. It must be green in order for it to fit. If it flashes red, it won't work. Few things you should know about the door. You can unlock it for the world, you can put a code on it to allow people to input a password to enter your shack. This is useful when playing with a friend. So once we're inside the shack, we just need to build a campfire. The campfire can be used to cook the raw meat that I've got in the inventory here. Remember that this is a survival game and that you will have to eat on a regular basis, especially when you're hacking away at wood, hacking away at rocks, attacking animals, and so on. Once built, place it down like so. You're going to want to cook your meat now, so hold down the E button on the campfire to open your inventory and just drag the meat across. If you want to cook the meat faster, you can split it by using the right click button. Drag some more wood into the campfire, because obviously that's going to keep consuming wood if you don't turn it off. It's always good to turn off the campfire when you're not cooking anything. So we still need a sleeping bag and we still need a weapon. I don't have enough for a sleeping bag just yet, but I do have enough to make a hunting bow. So if we just open the crafting menu again and build a hunting bow. So once the bow is made, we need a few arrows. Just use the plus and minus icon to make as many as you like. If you are new to the game, I would recommend making quite a few just to get used to the whole concept of the bow and arrow. You don't want to end up running out in the middle of a bear fight. So once you've built your arrows, you're going to go out and hunt some animals. So now that we're finished with the hunt, we're going to go ahead and build our sleeping bag. So you can't really sleep in this game. The sleeping bag allows you to spawn on it if you die out in the wild. It is really useful to have. When you start building bigger bases, you should hide the sleeping bag out of the way just in case you do get raided. You want to spawn back there at least. So once that is made, you're going to want to place that down in the shack. Okay, so that is the very basic setup for Rust. Obviously you're going to build on this and make better things. Like, favourite and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment below. Stay awesome, guys.